At Medora Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medora, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rosatelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at Rd-Mar.11 for more information.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor your Red Zone October Male Athlete of the Month as Zayden Herb of Neshannock for scoring his 100th career goal and scoring 6 goals in a playoff victory, the first playoff victory in 14 years for Neshannock. Lawrence County SportsNet also proud to honor the Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month, Lindsay Hoover of Wilmington Golf, for finishing 12th in the PIAA Championships. Congratulations to Wilmington's Lindsay Hoover and Neshannock's Zayden Herb, your Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need it. They use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Nix Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nix your man, making your car.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McKay makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
Francis Monitis works through Ritson. Has a chance. Score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered. And did they get her? They did!
Oh, he has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tonight from Richmond High School, it is the second round of the boys 3A PIAA state tournament. It is the Mohawk Warriors, the 5th seed out of District 7, taking on the District 3 champion, the powerhouse Trinity Shamrocks. Good evening, everybody, from atop Richmond's very nice, quaint gymnasium here in this glorious press box that we have here tonight. Eric Thomas and James Dotson with you. The winner of this game is going to go on to the quarterfinals on Saturday, and they will take on either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. You could not have asked James Dotson for two more polar opposites in terms of PIAA history. For Trinity tonight, this is their 100th PIAA state playoff game, all of them under head coach Larry Kostelak, who has 861 wins to his credit. And then across the way, you got Mohawk. This is their 11th PIAA state playoff game. You could not ask for more contrasting histories of these two teams, but this should be a really good game. We know the firepower for Mohawk. Trinity is very much their equal in terms of offensive output.
And when you have over 800 wins, you have the experience, you have the mindset. I mean, you've made it to 6 state championship games. It's a program from the top to bottom, from start to finish, because of the fact that it's putting you from your youth level that you are expecting to make runs to the state playoffs and into deep runs into the state playoffs on the road to Hershey. So that's a mindset where Mohawk is basically playing with house money. They've made it to the quarterfinals once in their program history, looking to keep this momentum going. It is their 3rd straight trip into the state playoffs, and a great senior class, including one of the top scorers in Lawrence County history. And it's going to take a special performance, though, from all 5 on the court at any given time for Mohawk to be able to pull off what would be you don't want to say it's a big upset, because only 2 losses on the year for Mohawk, but this is, again, an experienced Trinity team that is going to be the favorite on paper just because of that experience that they've shown over the last couple of years especially.
Trinity in the first round defeated River Valley 78-42. Mohawk a 57-38 victor over Everett. And an impressive performance for the Warriors in that game. Hit just 2 3-pointers. Very good from the free throw line in that game. For Trinity's side, a couple of the guys that we'll talk about tonight, Marcus Yeager and Nike Craig, they combined to go 13 of 23 in that contest against River Valley, though the Shamrocks did struggle shooting the 3. They're a pretty good shooting team overall, but they did struggle shooting the 3 in that game. We'll give you the starting lineups when we come back from Richland High School on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder.
Whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Back here at Richland High School, Eric Thomas, James Dodson with you. Time now to meet the starting lineups for tonight's second-round matchup in the 3A tournament. First for the Trinity Shamrocks, 23-2 out of the Mid-Penn Capital. Their head coach, Larry Kostelak, in his 42nd season, 861 wins. Started his coaching career at Cumberland Valley and took over the Shamrocks all the way back in 1986. My partner wasn't even alive at that point. I was 6 years old, about to go to Larry Kostelak's basketball camp 2 years later, so that tells you how old I am. Their starting five tonight: Dre Steele, one of 4 players in Trinity history to start every game since his freshman year. Nike Craig, a 6'3 sophomore, a lefty shooting 56%. Marcus Yeager, a 6'3 senior, had 10 rebounds in the District 3 title game. He's headed to Richmond to play football. Nick Smith, one of their best three-point shooters on this team, 25 of them this season, a 6'2 junior. And then Liam Sexton rounds out the starting five. The 6'7 senior is headed to Kutztown to play baseball. For the Mohawk Warriors, 24-2 out of WPIAA Section 1. They are the 5th seed out of District 7. Their head coach, Mike O'Lear, his 5th season as the boys coach, 59 overall. They went to the PIAA quarters in 2023. You know the names by now. Bobby Fadden, averaging 21.1 a game, 3rd all-time in Lawrence County, has hit 196 three-pointers in his career. Drew Rona, the 6'3 junior, had a pretty good game against Waynesburg Central in the opening round of the WPIALs, went over 20 points in the consolation round to help this team get to the state tournament. Joey Nail in the front court at 6'3, the senior, had 16 points against Everett in the first round. Vinny Pizzullo got off to a fast start in that game against Everett. The 6' senior finished with 6. And the 5th starter tonight will be Braden Radzaminski, the 6' junior, to give them some size inside. Mohawk is decked out in their road blacks with the white trim, red numerals with the white trim around the numbers. Trinity is in their white home uniforms with the green numbers, green trim down the side, and the green Trinity name across the chest.
Eric, real quick, an LGKG key to the game for Mohawk. It's got to be getting quality minutes and maybe getting into that bench, because the Shamrocks are going to go 9 deep. Mohawk typically 6 or 7 deep at the most for the most part on the year. They're going to need to play with them, use these media timeouts to their advantage, as you're going to have them throughout the course of the night. Go and win every 4-minute spurt, because Trinity is going to go up and down the court with that deep bench, and also the height advantage. You can't be afraid to drive in against, again, the 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" front line that you're going to see across for the Trinity Shamrocks.
It'll be Fadden and also Sexton to jump it for the respective sides. The tap is controlled by the Rocks, and they attack the basket to our right as we see it. We're midcourt above the benches as Dre Steele, 6' junior. Larry Kostelak thinks that the best is yet to come for his point guard. Only 4 guys in program history have started every game since their freshman year. Dre Steele, the 4th.
That's some impressive stuff, and only a junior as well. Just a lot of confidence that they have in him.
Steele slips through everybody and lays it up and in for the first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, going into a bit of a 2-3 zone defense, a good double screen, screens the top, screens the bottom of the zone, able to get that easy lay-in.
Runner the other way, he's guarded by Nick Smith. Bobby draws it back out towards between the circles. Now Radzaminski, now Pizzullo on the far wing. Pizzullo to Nail. Nail to Radzaminski, left of the circle, holds it up high, now brings it down towards his waistline, trying to find Fadden, does on the far side. Fadden again guarded by Smith to Pizzullo.
I think this might also be a key for Mohawk. 70 points per game on average for Trinity. Slowed down the game a little bit.
Nail steps inside the arc, lost the ball in the paint, first turnover of the night, and out in transition goes Yeager, contested by Radzaminski, but he knocks it down.
Yeah, Yeager's the one who started it, poked it away from Nail from behind, and he's out in front, essentially cherry picking for the easy lay-in.
4-0 Trinity to start this game. Fadden down the right side, hands it off. Radzaminski, now it's Pizzullo top of the circle. Pizzullo works his way to the right. Pizzullo lobs it to Fadden in the corner. It's picked off by Steele. Second turnover for the Warriors, and here comes Trinity the other way.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers, not even a shot yet for Mohawk as they settle back into their 2-3 zone defense. Minute and a half in, 4-0 Trinity.
Yeager is an outside edge rusher. That backdoor pass cut off by Nail nicely and picked off by the Warriors. Here comes Rona down the left side. Rona works his way top of the circle. Rona between the legs, backs it out. Crossover on Sexton. Now he goes to his right. Floater off the glass is good for Drew Rona on the first points of the night for Mohawk.
Now, those are the kind of plays you're going to need. Again, not afraid to go up against the big guys and gets a quick step against the 6'7" footer and is able to put it off the window and in.
On the far side, it is Nike Craig. Now Sexton and now Yeager on the near wing. Yeager trying to direct traffic, gets it back to Steele. Steele looks over at Larry Kostelak. Dapper as ever in his suit. The man never wears anything but a suit for a game. Inside, they try to zip it in there to Sexton, and then Nail and Craig wrestle for it. Nail wins the wrestling match, and the arrow's going to favor. The arrow's pointing towards Mohawk.
It should not be Shamrock basketball if that's a held ball. Wait a minute, how is no one catching this?
They didn't call a foul. The arrow is pointing in the direction of Mohawk.
Here's what it is. A Mohawk player was stepping on the end line as they were going for the held ball, so that's why it's out of bounds against Mohawk.
All right, so they'll redo it here. Sexton gets it from Steele, now it's Smith. Back to Steele, pump fake, goes by. Fadden to the glass, high off the window and lays it in. Dre Steele will shoot one with 5:29 to go in the opening quarter. It is 6-2 Trinity.
Yeah, a little hesitation and a burst of speed to go essentially across the lane. Absorb the contact, put it up and in.
Steele, a 69% free throw shooter. That foul is on Fadden. His first and the team first.
Leading scorer of the Shamrocks teams, you mentioned just shy of 70% from the line as well.
Makes the free throw. It is 7-2 Trinity. 5:26 to go in the opening quarter. Fadden down the left side. Fadden near half court. Lobs it over to Nail on the right side. Now it's Radzaminski left of the circle. Fadden on the left wing. Inside, good feedback to Nail off the glass. The basket counts and a foul for Joey Nail, who has an opportunity for a three-point play. Cuts the lead to 7-4 with 5:16 to go in the quarter.
Initially good positioning down low defensively there for Marcus Yeager, but at the last second he brought the arms down, and that's what's going to lead to a foul called every time. But a beautiful curl cut at the elbow to get the pass straight up with it off the window and a chance to get a three-point play right back.
Yeager picks up his first, the team first. Nail makes the free throw, and that is a good sign for Nail. Cuts the lead to 7-5. Here come the Shamrocks the other way, attacking the basket to our right. Screen by Craig out to Yeager, far corner, and he buries the three. And it's 10-5 Trinity with 4:58 to go in the first. Rona lobs it to the corner, and Radzaminski works his way back around the arc, hands it off to Fadden between the circles.
Only the 18th three of the year for Yeager. That's the one Mohawk probably is content with shooting from beyond the arc, but he drained that one like it was nothing.
Bobby works his way over to the left wing, crossover, frees himself up for a three. That got wedged on the left side of the basket, and that'll go back to Trinity with 4:40 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, went away from the screen there, did Fadden, ended up getting a nice open look from the left wing.
Now that's actually my fault. That's going to stay with Mohawk.
In high school, it is an arrow. That's correct. So the wedgie, now possession error, goes to Mohawk. So we're 0 for 2 on the jump ball calls.
Cam Allaire is into the game for Mohawk for the first time. Nail top of the circle, feeds it to Fadden on the right block. Fadeaway, contested, and that one falls short. Rebound, Dre Steele brings it up for the Shamrocks. 10-5 Trinity, 4:27 to go in the first quarter. Hot start here for the Shamrocks, who have not missed a shot by my count early on.
And that was the first Mohawk miss, too, for the record.
Yeager, straightaway three on the way, off the back iron. There's Sexton using that height. Ball is loose. Picked up, no-look pass from Smith. Gets it to Craig, and he lays it in.
Beautiful no-look pass right there. Underarm pass, looking right, pass goes left. 12-5, Shamrock lead.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rona off to Allaire. A little shimmy back to Drew. Drew between the circles, backs it out towards the R at midcourt. Drew puts it in motion now, gets it to Nail left of the circle. Allaire right of the circle, back to Rona on the right wing. Nice give right back to Nail, penetrates. And then Sexton was there to alter the shot. Shamrocks come away with it. Smith gets it back to Yeager. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. 12-5 Trinity in front. Steele, pull-up three-pointer on the way. Good. And a timeout called by Mike Allaire as Dre Steele has started this game with 8 of the 15 Trinity points. It's a 30-second timeout called by Mohawk with 3:29 to go in the quarter.
Ponch's Insurance timeout. Give Dan Ponch's, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddings a call at ponchusinsurance.com. You just need to slow down the momentum because Trinity has only had one empty possession here in the first 4.5 minutes. One missed shot, an offensive rebound on that one turnover in the game. They are basically able to do whatever they want offensively here against Mohawk, who came out, threw something a little bit different. Haven't seen a lot of zone from the Warriors over the course of the year. Try to throw something different at them. Trinity makes a quick adjustment, gets into their sets, and has knocked down a couple of big ones. Real quick, an out-of-town scoreboard. The other game going on tonight in Lawrence County, Newcastle leading Methacton 30-24 at the halftime break.
That game tipped off at 5:30 at Penns Valley. Tim Continenza and Lee Moen on the call of that game. 3:25 to go here in the first. It's a 10-point lead for the Shamrocks at 15-5. As Rona finds Pizzullo on the near wing. Pizzullo back to Rona near wing. Drew harassed. He works his way over to the far side. They find Olaire. Bumped into Yeager. Somehow got it to Pizzullo. Lets a three fly. No good. And the rebound is pulled in by Steele. Down the floor, Trinity goes. Hop step by Craig, and he is called for the travel.
Yeah, got held up on that Euro step there as he tried to make his way into the lane, and we will have a media timeout with 3:03 remaining here, Eric.
So we will take one as well. 3:03 to go in the opening quarter. 10-point lead for Trinity at 15-5. PIAA 3A boys second round on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Back here at Richland High School, Eric Thomas, James Dotson with you. 3:01 to go in the first quarter, 15-5. Trinity in front of Mohawk. In this second round matchup in the AAA state tournament. Fadden on the near elbow, lost the handle. Third Mohawk turnover. Up ahead it goes. Hand off to Steele from Smith, and he lays it in. And Dre Steele continues his hot start. 17-5 Trinity.
And Steele now with 10 of those 17. That was a 3-on-1 after the turnover and a good handoff, good unselfish play to get the basket. And this one's going to be off of Rona.
It sure is. Marcus Yeager forcing the turnover, the fourth one of the quarter.
Wow.
And Mohawk in a big way has to find some buckets, but they got to get a stop on this possession as Trinity is going to go to the bench and Cole Felician is going to be in for the first time tonight.
Hey, through the first 5.5 minutes, Mohawk is shooting 50%.
All the way, Steele got tied up a little too far behind the bucket. Here comes Fadden the other way in transition. Fadden going to go all the way to the bucket. Got blocked from behind by Felician. That is out of bounds. It looks like it is off Olaire, and it is. Back to Trinity with 2:13 to go in the quarter.
Olaire's saying, how the heck was that off me? Because there were 3 white jerseys in between them. Now, they will have a discussion here because I thought it definitely hit off of the white jerseys last. But they will discuss, and I think they are going to make that. Yeah, they did correct that one there. But that Fadden defensive rebound, that's the first rebound of the game for Mohawk, and it came with about 2:20 remaining in the opening quarter.
Also on the out-of-town scoreboard in AAA, after one, West Catholic leads Executive Education 12-7. That is the top half of the bracket. Second round game tipping off at 5:30. Rona down the right block. Rona hesitates. The basket counts and a foul for Drew Rona. His second field goal with 2:02 to go in the first. Cuts the lead to 10 at 17-7.
It's those kind of plays that have been the huge development for Drew Rona in terms of growing up from a freshman sharpshooter from downtown, a little bit more involved last year. And this year, that's been his biggest improvement, is getting into the lane, absorbing the contact, high off the glass, gets it to go, and completes the three-point play.
Rona has 5 of the 8 for Mohawk here. 17-8 with 1:57 to go in the quarter. Yeager, foul line, inside the paint. Good spin move on Radzaminski, and he lays it in.
Now Yeager with 7 points. That's bullying his way against that now in the man-to-man defense is Mohawk.
Fadden goes around Yeager, stops at the elbow, and he pushed off.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he gave a big push off, but because he was trying to just feel where the defender was, the defender went backwards, the arm went out with him. Textbook, it's going to be an offensive foul, and that's going to be his second with 1:41 remaining in the first quarter. And that's Amador-Bonalaw changing possession as well, the 5th one of this opening quarter for Mohawk.
2 fouls each, but more important, that's the second, as James mentioned, on Fadden with 1:37 to go in the opening quarter here as Yeager controls it, 19-8, Trinity in front. A little confusion by the Shamrocks here.
A double-digit lead, they don't have to be in any hurry.
Yeager, nice feed inside, finds steal, but he couldn't hit it. Rebound to the Warriors here. Running the other way, finds Fadden. Head fake, Bobby drives, Euro step off the window for Fadden and in for his first 2 of the night. It's all of a sudden 19-10.
Yeah, a couple of quick baskets, and they needed that one right there to get Fadden going a little bit here with now a minute to play in the first quarter.
60 seconds exactly in this opening quarter from Richland High School. The sun peeks in on the far entrance. Been a wild weather day in western Pennsylvania trying to get here. Yeager, top of the circle, inside, he feeds it. That is Robert Lewis, who couldn't hit it, but the rebound falls in the hands of Craig, who lays it in.
Yeah, unfortunate for Mohawk. 2 Warriors there, and it kind of bounced off both their hands right into Nike's hands, who just laid it up uncontested.
Rona drives through everybody. Nice move by Drew, but he couldn't hit it. And the rebound pulled in by Lewis. Lewis, a strong presence off the bench.
Yeah, a 6'5" senior coming off the bench. That's a luxury you don't see very often, especially in 3A basketball.
18 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 21-10 Trinity. Shamrocks holding for the final shot. Big first quarter by Dre Steele, who's got it in his hands. Off to Yeager, now Steele between the circles. Steele with 4, Steele drives, turns, goes up and under, nailed, he lays it off the square and in, and that is how the quarter will come to a close. A dominating performance by the Shamrocks in the opening 8 minutes. They lead it 23-10 after 1 in this PIAA 3A second round matchup on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Well, this is a really good shooting Trinity team at 49% this season, James Dotson. They were 10 of 13 in the opening 8 minutes.
I haven't done the official math on it, but you can pretty much estimate that's pretty close to 80%.
10 seconds gone here in the second as Craig drives to begin things for the Shamrocks to add 2 more. 25-10 Trinity.
The floor spacing is so impressive and just able to get to the lane at will basically so far here today. It's incredible how much they are able to find the open areas, and it's all about the knowledge of the game, and you know that comes straight from the top with 40-some years of head coaching experience.
Foul on Dre Steele for the Shamrocks. That'll be his second. You know, and it'll be the first foul here in the second quarter. You know, a lot of people are going to obviously talk, hey, it's a Catholic school, it's recruiting, blah, blah, blah. This team, for the most part, has been coming up through the CYO ranks. In fact, the CYO coach from their feeder program is now on the staff here with the Shamrocks. So these guys have all played together pretty much growing up through CYO. And Fadden gets loose off the inbound, and that one's off the mark, and the rebound pulled in by Craig.
Mohawk, by the way, was shot 50% in the first quarter as well. They just have 5 turnovers, and the offensive rebound certainly hurt as both putbacks for the Shamrocks went in.
Craig hands it off to Felician. Felician finds Sexton. Sexton inside on the far block to Craig. Craig wearing the pink Nikes tonight. Tries to adjust, throws one up at the rim, no. Nail had the rebound, it's loose. Smith will pick it up for the Rocks. Hand it off to Felician, floater from the near block, too strong, rebound Fadden.
Bodies flying everywhere, every possession. I mean, that one there, you had 3 Trinity guys all going for the offensive rebound. There was no one for Mohawk in sight.
Rona, tough angle from the left block with the right hand, pushes it in. It's 25-14 with 6:30 to go in the half.
Yeah, he leads Mohawk now with 7 of the 12.
Correction, 25-12. Yeager drives baseline, held there by Olaire, and that'll be the first foul on Cam. And the first on Mohawk here in the second quarter with 6:24 to play.
Now send Yeager to the line to shoot a pair. Again, Marcus Yeager, 6'4". Nike Craig, 6'3". Liam Sexton playing baseball at 6'7". And then you got Robert Lewis, who's just checked out of the game.
14-point lead for the District 3 champion Shamrocks. 26-12, they lead it. Team that defeated Lancaster Mennonite for the district title. Beat them both times they played them this season. Yeager at the foul line, dips inside the foul line. Little lefty runner is no good. Saved by Pizzulo to Fadden. Here comes Mohawk the other way. They need a bucket out to Rona, far corner. 3-ball, uncontested, no, and the rebound, Nick Smith.
Yeah, they needed that one. Needed to see one of those fall from outside, and an easy 2-on-1 the other way.
And that layup goes by Craig, who's got 8. And with 5:08 to go, Mike Olaire has seen enough. He's going to call another 30-second timeout, a Pontius Insurance timeout. His team down by 16 at 28-12.
And what's the answer, though? I mean, just you got to hit shots when you have them. They haven't had too many open looks. 0 for 3 from downtown. Unfortunately, that was one of the things that he told me after the game. Is like, that's one of the worst shooting performances we've seen. Did not shoot well in that interesting gymnasium where they played in the opening round. That's all we'll say about that. But nonetheless, the fact of the matter being that you got to find a way to, drive, draw, kick. They have done a good job of that. The issue is a couple of turnovers in the first quarter that really pushed them back, and Trinity's made them pay from the get-go. When you shoot, when you shoot a lot of layups like they have so far here, Eric, you're bound to be shooting at 70, almost 80% from the field, like the Rocks are right now.
Again, we've talked about the history, 69-30 all-time in the PIAA state tournament. 6 title games, they have 2 to their credit, 01 and 03. Fascinating story about that run between 01 and 03 we'll get to in a little bit as Fadden drives off the glass. Good angle, or tough angle by Bobby to get his second field goal. It makes it 28-14 with 4:47 to go in the half. Sexton on the near side, gets it over to Craig. Now it's Yeager far wing. Yeager dribbles in from that wing. Little Euro step, hangs in the lane, but he traveled. Trinity has missed a couple of shots here. They've turned it over the one time there. Mohawk just has not been able to capitalize on any opportunities.
No, this is an opportunity, though, you exactly need. I mean, you're down 14, yes, but still lots of time left to go. Just start to chip away. You get a stop on defense. You got to respond and take the advantage right back and get one on the offensive end.
Olaire finds Fadden left wing. Bobby goes inside the wing from the left block. The runner is off the mark.
Altered by the 6'5" Robert Lewis coming in and help defense.
And down the other way, Smith dumps it underneath to Lewis, but he turned it for the moment over as Pizzulo will pick it up. Fadden, left of the circle, hands it off to Rona. Left wing, 3-ball on the way by Drew is good.
Now the defender went underneath the screen, left Rona open. It was a deep 3 from the left wing, but nothing but net. First of the night and 47th of the year for Drew.
11-point lead at 28-17 for Trinity. Craig in the lane, tied up, and he traveled.
And now a little life from the Bessemer faithful. No, it was a rough ride down for a lot, stuck in traffic, working their way in. They're waking up as well as we have a timeout on the court.
3:46 to go in the first half. We'll take it as well. 28-17, Trinity in front. PIAA 3A boys second round on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Coming at the half, we'll have our UPMC halftime show. UPMC is Moreland to Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care, getting you back on your feet faster at upmc.com.
Alongside James Dotson and Eric Thomas with you here at 3:40 to go from Richland High School in Johnstown. 28-17, Trinity in front. Mohawk on a little run here, 5-0 spurt. Fadden trying to make it 8-0, and he does!
Fake the backdoor cut, gets back out to the corner with the separation, little fadeaway to drain it. Huge sequence coming out of the timeout.
28-20, Trinity with 3:18 to go. Looks like the Mohawk offense may have woken up. Felician now off to Yeager, left side, hands it off. No, he does not. Goes in the lane, little out of control. They're going to call a foul on Cam O'Lair on the drive by Yeager.
Yeah, a lot of out of control, but not in the proper defensive position was O'Lair. That's why he will pick up the personal. That is his second.
And that'll send Yeager back to the free throw line for 2 with 3:09 to go to try to, for the moment, stop this 8-0 Mohawk run. Mike O'Lair getting an explanation from the officials. Yeager first one good.
At Parada Jones-McCree, attorneys at law, excellence is their guarantee. And again, Trinity on the year from the Parada Jones-McCree free throw line, about 60%.
Yeager, the second, is off the mark, and a good rebound there by Pizzullo. Fadden the other way with 3 minutes to go in the half. Fadden hands it off to Rona, far wing. Now it's O'Lair left of the circle, now Pizzullo left wing. Pizzullo back to Rona between the circles with 2:53 to go. Nail left of the circle. Nail directing traffic, finds Pizzullo right of the circle. Vinny to Fadden. Fadden again slips through everybody out to Nail, back to Fadden. Pull up three-pointer on the way by Bobby is way short, and the rebound Trinity.
Yeah, too quick of a trigger there for Bobby. I think almost feeling like it was a shot clock the way he had to try to pull quick trigger.
Yeager, the nifty fadeaway, and banks it in.
The long lost start of the bank shot, just in front of the foul line, fade away, use the window, son, put it in.
31-20, Trinity with 2:21 to go in the half. Fadden underneath to Nail, reverses, now he reverses again. He got tied up under the bucket and couldn't hit it. There comes Trinity the other way. Yeager steps through everybody and lays it in.
Yeah, got with the travel though, because they did that as he did that step through. Got to come with both feet down together at the same time. Didn't quite there, got away with it. Nifty move though in transition after the missed shot. Quickly up the floor with the rocks.
Now all of a sudden it's up to 13 again. Rona, they need that in a hurry, and he buries the three, and he'll have an opportunity to 4-point play as Nick Smith will pick up the foul. The third on Trinity with 1:57 to go in the quarter. And Rona with a chance to cut into this ever so slightly again.
It's going to be a game of runs throughout the course of this. It was an 8-0 run. Trinity goes down and scores 5 quick ones right back. That's a huge answer for Rona to get the 4-point play.
Connects on the free throw, 33-24 with 1:54 to go in the quarter. Trinity attacks the basket to our right. It's Yeager. In there now is also Kevin Kerstetter. We get a foul underneath against the Warriors here with 1:44 to go.
And that's O'Lair, it's his third, it is.
That's the fourth on Mohawk here in the half, or here in the quarter. Brandon Radzaminski is back in. Kerstetter is the one you got to watch off the bench. 18 threes. He is a bit streaky, but he has had a knack for making contested threes all season long. Yeager has it with 1:40 to go. Yeager crossover goes by Radzaminski. Hop step in the lane again and using that body to lay it in.
Averages 9 a game. He's got 13, now 15, excuse me.
11-point lead again for Trinity. Fadden on the far side, 1:25 to go in the half. Rona near side. Drew guarded by Kerstetter, 1:20 to go. Hands it off to Radzaminski. Radzaminski finds Pizzullo. Pizzullo over to Nail. Nail gets by everybody, goes to the rack, and he gets it to roll home.
Good job using the body, shielding off the defender, because coming over was the big 6'5" Robert Lewis, but he would have had to go through the body to be able to get to it.
Smith brings it up the floor for Trinity. Lewis on the near wing. Now it's Craig on the far side. Kerstetter far wing. Back to Smith, far corner. Nicholas Smith drives around the arc into the lane, and Yeager again, that little baby touch by the big fella going to play the outside end position at Richmond, makes an 11-point lead again.
No, outside edge, but he has controlled the inside. The paint has been all number 4 tonight. 17, doubling up his season average, and we still have 30 seconds left in the first half.
37-26 Trinity. Big possession to end the half here for the Warriors. Off to Rona, far side. Drew to Nail. Nail left of the circle, dribbles once, picks it up off to Pizzullo, right of the circle. Finney steps back and gets it to Fadden, down to 13 seconds to go in the half. Mohawk attacks the basket to our left. It's Nail. Now it's Radzaminski. They get it to Fadden. Fadden trying to turn and burn on Smith. The fadeaway, tough angle from the baseline. Yeager gets a hold of it. Yeager launches it from three-quarter court, and it falls short as the half comes to a close. Game of runs. Mohawk had it down to 8. They trail by 11 at the half. 37-26, Trinity in front. Halftime show, UPMC halftime show, comes your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes us.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Maggie Alfera as the February Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month after winning the WPIAL Wrestling Championship in the 136-pound division. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Laurel Wrestling's Colton Carlson as the February Male Athlete of the Month for getting his 100th career victory on the mat and finishing second in the WPIAL Championships at 215 pounds. Congratulations and best of luck at States to Laurel Wrestling's Maggie Alfera and Colton Carlson, the February Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Congratulations to our February LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington Girls Basketball as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their first ever District 10 championship in school history. Congratulations to Coach Mike Jekovich and the Wilmington Girls Basketball Team, our LCAP Team of the Month. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Back here at Richmond High School at halftime, it is Trinity in front of Mohawk, 37-26, the winner to the PIAA quarterfinals. Coming up on Saturday against either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. That game also tipped off at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll try to get you some updates here as the night progresses. We do know one score right now after 3 in 6A boys. It is Newcastle with a 44-39 win lead over Methacton. Let's take a look at our first half scoring recap. For Trinity, or rather for Mohawk, they were led in the first half by Drew Runna with 14 points, had that big 4-point play at the end of the quarter. Joey Nail chipped in with 5, and Bobby Fadden had 7. That is it as far as the scoring for the Warriors. For Trinity, big first halves for Marcus Yeager, does a lot of his damage in the second quarter with 17. Dre Steele had all 12 of his points in the first quarter. And then Nike Craig finishes the half with 8. And that is it as far as the scoring for Trinity. 6 players have scored in this game. That is it.
3 for each team. That is really impressive. But again, it's the shooting percentage for Trinity that has just been off the charts to start this game. A couple of putbacks. They've just gotten relatively easy looks from start to finish. A lot of work into the paint, finding the open areas. And again, it's about spacing. It's about knowing your assignment, and it's about knowing how to set up the screens. So, whether it's especially against a zone early on, knowing you have to screen a specific man at a specific spot in a specific way. When you're shooting 16 for 23 in the first half, first off, for Mohawk, how about they're shooting still 50%, 10 of 20. I mean, normally you'd be really pleased with that. And actually, you've only taken 3 fewer shots than the Shamrocks have. But, man, 16 of 23, impressive work for the Rocks. And, again, getting inside is Trinity, leading to the easy buckets. That's why you get a shooting percentage like that.
Yeah, and the Achilles heel for Mohawk has been size. And, yes, Joey Nail is a good presence in the paint for them. They don't have the girth of a guy like Marcus Yeager, and that's been a big problem. We haven't barely even called Liam Sexton's name out, and he's 6'7". He has not had as big of an influence on this game as Yeager has. Yeager's just been able to use kind of that girth and that offensive lineman, defensive lineman size to just muscle people out of the way and get into the bucket. I'm very impressed with all the things that Larry Koslak told me over the weekend about his team. The one thing I've been the most impressed with from this Trinity team is Yeager's athleticism.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have seen it to a T because he is, again, controlled his body the entire way through. He's getting into the lane off of dribble drive, off of curl cuts, getting positioning for offensive rebounds and putbacks. But then the soft touch once he gets in there has also been really impressive. And honestly, the one that's impressed me the most, he had a little step back 12-footer from the foul line that he banks in. And it wasn't an accidental bank. There was no doubt about it, the way it came out of his hand, that he was wanting to put it off the window and in. So just control and knowing where he is in and around the paint. He's been the killer. I mean, Dre Steele was the one who started it off, 12 points for him. They all came in the first quarter. Then the second quarter is all Mr. Yeager as he scored 10 of his 17 there in quarter number 2.
So we mentioned the winner of this game gets either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. That game got off to a late tip. About 6:30 it tipped off at tonight instead of the scheduled 6 o'clock time. It is Aliquippa with a 9-5 lead on Forest Hills with about 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Let's take another quick timeout as we get set for the second half here from Richland High School. It's Trinity in front of Mohawk, 37-26. You're listening to the PIAA Boys 3A second round on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joy ride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need to use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joy ride, call Axe today.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Real quick, a Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard. About 4:30 remaining. Newcastle leading Methacton 50-44. That game has basically been Newcastle leading the entire way by about a 5 or 6 point margin at the most. We'll keep you posted on that one. Thanks for joining us here as we get the second half started. Mohawk with the fall first, trailing by 11.
They will attack the basket to our right in the black jerseys with the red numbers and white trim. As Olaire gets to start, they go a little reversal there with Rona, and he's able to lay it in.
I'll tell you what, the set plays coming out of the timeout, it's very, speaking of Newcastle, it's very Ralph Blundo-like. They've been very efficient coming out of the timeouts.
So it's Craig Smith, Steele, Sexton, and Yeager for Trinity as Yeager gets his first touch of the half, and that little athleticism showing off again. He's got 19. And it stays an 11-point margin at 39-28.
I don't think there was anything Mohawk did wrong defensively. Nail was in beautiful position. It was just high and up off the window and in.
Trying to feed it down into the corner to Olaire, and the Warriors turn it over for the first time in the third quarter with 7:20 to go.
First time since the opening quarter by my count, Eric. 5 in the first quarter, clean in the second. They went on that little run, but Trinity has weathered that little Warrior flurry and now has it back up in double digits.
Dre Steele, who had a big first quarter with 12 points, gets it to Yeager, who had the hot hand, and Steele's going to pull up for 3. That one off the mark and Fadden the rebound.
Now 1 of 6 from downtown is Trinity. That's kind of been their Achilles heel.
Yeah, they have not shot the 3 well, but otherwise they have played really well.
5 of their 8 misses have been from beyond the arc.
Fadden got loose, gets it to Olaire far side. Rona pulls the trigger far wing for 3, and Drew is hot.
Drew is hot. That's his 49th of the year, 3rd of the night. 17 points for Drew Rona, lead down to 8.
39-31, Trinity with almost a minute and a half gone here in the third. Craig holds it up high to Smith, left of the circle. Now it's Sexton between the circles. Off to Dre Steele, far side. Steele finds Yeager between the circles. Yeager goes to his left, bounce pass to Smith, top of the arc. Back to Yeager. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Marcus Yeager off the mark, and Drew Rona is there for the rebound. Rona brings it up, goes around everybody. Pull up 3 on the way for Drew. The heat check, no. Nail almost had the rebound. Fadden got it back. Waits, hesitates. Basket counts and a foul for Bobby Fadden with 6:07 to go. And it cuts the Trinity lead down to 6 at 39-33.
Well, that all started with a huge screen right near the 6-foot volleyball line as Yeager was completely blindsided by a Joey Nail screen. And then Nail goes in, doesn't get the offensive rebound, but keeps the play alive long enough for Fadden to get the ball and get the and 1.
3 minutes to go between Newcastle and Methacton. It is tied at 52 at Penns Valley as Fadden bends at the knees and fires and connects on the 3-point play. 10 for Fadden, another double-figure effort for him, the 27th of the season. They've played 27 games.
Closest it's been since the 5-minute mark of the opening quarter.
Correction, the 26th for Fadden this season. Yeager in the paint, using that muscle. Couldn't hit it. Sexton's there for the putback.
First bucket of the game for the 6'7" Liam Sexton, just in the right position for that offensive rebound.
7-point lead for Trinity. The former #1 team in the state, Mohawk, trying to mount a comeback here in the second round of the state tournament. And we get an off, yep, it's a defensive foul on Trinity.
Yeah, off the ball holding against, I believe it was going to be against Smith, who was guarding Rona, and basically grabbed him by the jersey to get some extra space. Excuse me, not 5, it was 4. Yeager who was the one controlling it.
Second foul on Yeager. 7-point lead. Lob pass into Nail, far side. Nail, top of the circle. Entry pass to Rona near blocks. Rona backed it out. Rona goes to his right, drives down the block. That is swatted by Sexton. Ball controlled by Smith the other way. No, Fadden had hands on it. It's actually going to be off Trinity and go back to Mohawk with 5:12 to go in the quarter. Still down by 7 at 41-34.
But that's a good drive, even though Rona ends up getting swatted hard there by the big man down low and Liam Sexton. Him hitting those threes has pulled the defense out, giving him that space to be able to get that dribble drive. That's huge, and that's going to be crucial the rest of the way.
5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Fadden collides with Smith, keeps it alive, hands it off to Rona. Rona goes right down the lane. Euro step by Drew, and he lays it in.
And that's exactly why. Again, the space, the help defense, but the Euro from the right to the left.
5-point lead for Trinity. A steal comes the other way. His pass tipped out of bounds. It's off Trinity, and it goes back to Mohawk with 4:48 to play in the quarter.
Don't look now. Mohawk can cut it to a one-possession game here with 4:48 left in the third. Shamrocks led by as many as 16 in the first half, Eric.
Yeah, Mohawk has clawed all the way back thanks to Drew Rona. He has been doing the work here tonight. Fadden inside to Nail. Nail on Sexton. No look pass to Allaire, out to Pizzulo. Pizzulo drives in the baseline to Nail, back in the lane, waits on Sexton. The basket counts and a foul for Joey Nail, and he will go to the line for a 3-point play and a chance to cut this to 2.
3 times, Eric. 3 times on that possession. Mohawk passed up a good shot for a great shot. Nail down low, kicks it out. You had a chance at a Pizzulo 3, not a great look. Got it to the high post. Decent look, doesn't do that. Nail drives in off the window for the 3-point play, and nails it.
Buries the free throw emphatically. 41-39 Trinity with 4:22 to go in the third.
An 11-2 Mohawk run.
Dre Steele, the crossover in the lane. He was tied up and fouled. It looks like it's going to be on Rona.
He's asking for a held ball, not going to get it. It is a non-shooting foul, and the first foul against Drew Rona here tonight.
That is the first on Rona. Under 4 timeout looming. Into Yeager. Yeager baseline, muscling against Pizzulo, trying to reposition himself. Got it off to Craig. Craig, a tough angle, no. There's Sexton once again, off balance, no, and he is fouled. And that'll send Liam Sexton to the line for a pair with 4:07 to go. That foul is going to be on Joey Nail.
Now, Mohawk faithful begging for a travel as Marcus Yeager kept trying to reshuffle his foot. Pumped once, twice, 3 times. Kean Peel would not have been pleased. Would have gotten for a foul there. But at the same time, did enough to keep the pivot foot and keep the play alive as Sexton goes to the line. And if there's anybody on this team that you do want to foul, it's Mr. Liam Sexton.
I was just going to say that at 46% this season. First one by the Kutztown-bound pitcher is on the way and good. (42-39) Trinity. Dre Steele talking to the official. Second one by Sexton on the way. He is getting Division II and III looks, and we're going to get a lane violation on Pizzulo, and we'll redo it here with 4:07 to go.
Yeah, long pause by Liam Sexton. Not quite a Giannis Antetokounmpo style, but long enough that this Pizzulo could not toe the line any longer.
So the redo here by Sexton. Trying to make it a 2-possession game. Nail almost left the block. And that one off the mark again, and Pizzullo is able to collect the rebound. Here comes Fadden the other way. They can tie it up. Can Mohawk to Olaire. Back to Fadden, guarded by Smith. 3:57 to go in the third. 3-point lead for Trinity. Shamrocks, the District 3 champ. Mohawk, the 5th seed out of District 7. Olaire loose for three in the tie. No. Rebound is collected by Steele. And we're going to get a foul on Mohawk the other way with 3:44 to go, and that foul is quickly going to be on Drew Rona, his second, and the third on Mohawk here in the third. That should send us to the media timeout with 3:44 to go in the third, and it will. 3-point lead for Trinity in this boys 3A second-round matchup here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Today's broadcast is brought to you, the audio broadcast brought to you courtesy of our friends at the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership.
Back here at Richland High School, 3:44 to go in the third quarter. Eric Thomas, James Dotson with you in this second-round matchup in boys AAA, the state tournament. It's 42-39 Trinity. It is Trinity Shamrocks' possession as they attack the basket to our left.
Trinity at one point led this game, Eric, 28-12 early in the second quarter. Mohawk has crawled back.
Real effort by the Warriors here to get back in this thing. Skip pass across Smith. Now the corner goes to Yeager. Yeager bounce pass into Craig. Freed himself up and laid it in.
Yeah, good find, good job. Short corner, exactly like you're taught. The high post cuts down. The defense just a split second late as Fadden nearly got his hand in there to poke it away.
44-39 with 3:16 to go in the third. Nail calling for Rona. He gets it to him. Back to Nail. Nail goes right down the lane. Laid it up and in.
11 for Joey Nail. Big shot, Joe.
Cuts the lead back to 3 with under 3 to go. 2:58 to go in the third. 44-41. Inside Craig on the, or rather that steal on the block. No. Rebound. And how about Pizzullo coming up with some big rebounds here in this quarter?
Absolutely. He has only 3 in the game, but it feels like each one of them he's been skying up there above everybody.
Fadden, 2:40 to go in the third. Once again, a shot away from a tie game.
Don't settle for a 3, though. Work your offense. You've been getting into the paint pretty well here in the third.
They get it to Rona right side. Drew over to Pizzullo left side. Pizzullo holds it up high, guarded by Craig. Now Vinny gets it off to Radzaminski. Back to Vinny. 2:20 to go. Rona near side. Mohawk wearing some clock here. Radzaminski up high on the left side. Now it's Pizzullo left wing. Give and go with Rona. The foul on the floor is going to be on Nick Smith. That's the fourth on Trinity with 2:13 to go in the quarter.
I had that already at 4, Eric.
No, you might be correct.
Yeah, that is the 15th
right,
foul.
So that is the 15th foul. So it is shots for the. Well, no, they have it marked as 4. I think
they had it at 4 before the foul was called, though. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, so the official came over to talk about that. They're going to let it go here and say that is the 4th foul. Rona, contact, throws it up the basket, and the foul for Drew Rona. Brings Mohawk within 1, and now an opportunity to tie this game up.
Gets to the foul line with the gather step back to the left. We've seen it a couple of times, and bumps right into Smith, his third, and Rona a chance to tie it at the line. How about this?
Drew nails it, and we are tied at 44 with 2:07 to go in the third.
Wake up, Bessemer. Took him a while to get here. Never letting this game down by 16 in the first half, now tied at 44.
Elysian into Yeager. Yeager at the elbow, cuts across the lane, gets tied up, spins the other way, lays it up, the basket counts, and a foul for Marcus Yeager to give Trinity the lead right back with 1:52 to go in the third.
Well, Yeager is the master here tonight. 21 points for Marcus now, and a good, again, gets into the lane, gets the defender in the air, fading away, puts it up and in.
Yeager is 2 for 4 at the line tonight.
Third foul on Joey Nail, by the way.
21 for Yeager in this contest.
Under a minute to go, Canes leading by 3, 59-56.
I did catch what you did there with the master thing as well.
Appreciate that.
Yeager hits the three-point play. 47-44 Trinity with 1:48 to go in the third.
I'm going to estimate that's about 7 three-point plays between the teams tonight, too.
Yeah, it's been old-school three-pointers tonight. Radzaminski has it near side. Radzaminski turns, gets it off to Rona. Drew, 1:30 to go.
I like this. Patience.
Yeah, I do
don't
too.
Don't need to rush anything. Don't need to rush anything right now if you're Mohawk. Just standing on the Richland logo here at midcourt. Both teams content to just let things play out a little bit right now. Minute 15 remaining in the third quarter. It's 47-44 Trinity after the Warriors trailed by as many as 16 in the first half. Clawed all their way back.
65 seconds to go. Nail dribbling on the left side. Hands it off to Rona. I don't know if there's anybody else you'd want touching the ball if you're Mohawk right now.
22 points on the evening.
Hard to believe that it's just the third time this season that Drew's popped for 20 points. Hand it back off to him between the circles. 44 seconds to go. Nail, far side.
Oh, when you have cousin Bobby out there who can also pop for 20 almost at will.
Hands it back off to Rona. Yeah, by my count, Fadden has only not been in double figures one game this season. That is remarkable. I know sometimes he can get 10 in his sleep, but that is just, I mean, you wonder why the kid gets into third place all time in the county list, which we thought he had an outside shot at.
Yeah.
Inside it goes to Nail on the far block. Bounces off Lewis. Bounces off of him again. Couldn't get the little runner, and Lewis pulls in the rebound. Here comes Trinity the other way. Steele with 5 seconds left. Contact off the glass and in for Dre Steele. And that is how the quarter will come to a close as Trinity steals the final 5 points to break away from Mohawk and take a 49-44 lead to the fourth quarter in this boys AAA second round matchup on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Best shooting quarter for Mohawk so far, 7 of 10 in the third quarter. They are 13 of 22 in the middle eights here tonight, but they do trail 49-44 as we start the fourth quarter here from Richland High School in Johnstown. Eric Thomas and James Dotson with you. It's Trinity possession to begin the fourth quarter. Steele has it, now Smith. Steele right back, screen by Yeager. Steele goes to his right, down the block, off balance, and we get a whistle and a foul, and Dre Steele will go to the line to shoot 2.
Dre Steele, who came out guns a-blazing in the first quarter, Eric. 12 points in the first quarter. That bucket right before the third quarter horn was his first points since. Was on milk cartons there for a moment, but as you mentioned, he literally stole a couple buckets there late to end the quarter, and that's huge. Mohawk probably triggered just slightly too soon, allowing Steele to get to that run out, and a chance for now with the 2-for-1 as well to start this quarter, though the first free throw off the mark for Andre Steele.
Steele again, just the 4th player in Trinity history to start every game since his freshman year. Gets the second one to go. He's got 15. Those other 3 are pretty good. Mike Walker played at Penn State. Chance Westry is still currently in college basketball at UAB. And Owen Schlager is a redshirt freshman at Siena who just won their conference tournament last night under Jerry McNamara, the former rival of Trinity. Swiped away by Yeager. Marcus goes in on Radzaminski. The basket counts and a foul for Yeager, and all of a sudden Trinity has extended this lead out with 7:26 to go in the contest.
Yeah, well, after the turnover, the pass just a little bit lazy. Radzaminski goes and does the right thing. He runs through. I mean, from the angle we have, which we're up, a lot further away than the officials, it looked like he was nowhere even near Yeager as he went up and in, but apparently he got a piece of the arm as he did the run through. It's an 8-0 run after Mohawk clawed all the way back to tie it at 44, an 8-0 run in basically the last minute, 2 minutes, of game time. But you can see why Mohawk was content with stalling it out a little bit at the end of the third quarter, take the air out of the basketball, because that's what Trinity can do. They can score in bunches.
Yeager gets that one to rim in. How about his effort tonight? 25 for Marcus Yeager, 53-44. All of a sudden a 9-point deficit for Mohawk with 7:17 to go.
Do the Warriors have one last magical run in them? Already a couple of double-digit runs in the game.
Nail bodying up, fades away on Lewis. Too strong, tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Mohawk with 7:08 to play.
That's a couple of great looks from Nail, absorbing contact in the lane, but just a little bit too strong on both of them. Back iron and out of bounds, or rebound out of bounds, excuse me. So Mohawk will trigger underneath their offensive basket with just over 7 minutes to play.
Rona trying to feed it into somebody, finds Nail on the near block, gets it off to Rona back on the near wing. Drew slipped through, tried to feed it to Nail, who was tied up, and it's out of bounds off Mohawk with 7:03 to play.
Yeah, Nail asking for a foul, not going to get one as he got tangled up, trying to get his way away on that screen and roll. 5 turnovers in the first quarter for Mohawk. 1 in the middle 2 quarters, but 2 on their first 2 possessions. It feels like the way the first quarter started here for the Warriors, who now are going to have to extend their defense a little bit to force to come out.
Yeager backdoor, Felician can't hang on to it, and he stepped on the end line, and we're going to go the other way.
6 turnovers for Trinity, 8 in the game for Mohawk, and again, a little bit of life, just a little bit of life left.
6:47 to play. Still just a 9-point game if Mohawk can find some shots. Fadden's got 10, Rona with 24, and Nail's got 10. Still only 3 players have scored for Mohawk, which is ridiculous. There's Fadden on the fadeaway, and he's good.
Foot on the line, it's a 2-pointer, but cuts the lead down to 7.
Now they got to try to get a stop on the other end. Dre Steele controls it for Trinity, and that one's kicked away by Fadden. It'll stay with Trinity with 6:17 to go. Nike Craig and Liam Sexton are coming back in for Trinity. They'll take the place of Felician and Lewis.
0.2 on the clock. Newcastle leading by 3 and at the line. And they will win it as that second free throw is good as well. 65-61, Canes are the 3rd county team into the state quarterfinals. Mohawk trailing by 7. Can they become the 4th?
Yeager slips it across to Smith near side. Now Steele top of the circle. Dre goes to his right, down the block. Contact with Rona, lays it up, no good. O'Lear the rebound. Here comes Rona the other way. Rona racing down the floor, bounced off Steele, gets it to Fadden. Contact with Craig. Fadden's jumper is short. Rebound collected by Sexton.
Beautiful job by Sexton going up over the back without making contact of the guy in front of him. Helps when you got that wingspan and when you have a 6'7" frame to begin with. And is he the one with the size 16 shoes?
3 of them actually wear 14 or bigger.
Wow.
Which is insane. Craig inside, sealed himself off nicely from there to lay it in.
Timeout Mohawk with 5:23 remaining.
Going to be a full timeout called by Mike O'Lear with 5:23 to go, and it's a 9-point lead. We'll take one as well. 5:23 to go. Trinity in front on the Lawrence County Sports Network,
Castle
powered by
Asphalt
LCAP.
and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Back here at Richland High School, Eric Thomas, James Dotson with you. 5:23 to play in this second round matchup of the AAA Boys State Tournament. 55-46 Trinity in front. It is Mohawk possession out of that timeout called by Mike O'Lear. We'll get the under 4 timeout coming up here shortly. Mohawk's got to find some buckets again. Down by 9. They made that ferocious comeback to tie this game at 44. And then Trinity with an 8-0 run to extend it starting at the end of the third quarter.
Well, it started with the 10-2 run that Mohawk had in the second quarter to cut it back to single digits right before the halftime break, and then another long run, and now you're on that bench and saying, man, we got to do it one more time. Hey, you've done it twice. Now's your chance. You got to do it one more time to keep your season alive.
Pizzulo trying to feed it to somebody. Rona's there to pick it out of the air. Drew drives off the glass and in for Rona, who's got 26 tonight.
That's a season high, by the way, 26 for Drew Rona.
Cuts it down to 7. Mohawk trying to stay alive here.
And a good job because Nick Smith tried to draw the charge down low.
Steele, far block with Nail. Contested by Nail, tapped out of bounds by Mohawk. It'll stay with the Rocks with 4.5 to play.
Yeah, Steele upset with himself that he didn't put it in, upset there wasn't a foul call, but that's perfect verticality, exactly textbook how it's drawn up and how the officials are taught to watch it. Nail goes straight up and down and stays straight up and down.
Craig on the feed, off balance, no, and Fadden the rebound for Mohawk.
And he loses it, though. It's knocked away from behind. Good job. I think it was Andre Steele again who poked it away, as it was going to be a 3-on-2 break for Mohawk, if not for the poke away from behind from big number 0, Dre Steele.
Third turnover committed by Mohawk here in the fourth. 4:10 to play. Yeager standing right on the R at midcourt. Yeager goes down the middle, hands it off to Smith, blocked from behind by Fadden. It'll stay with Trinity with 4:03 to go as we got 55-48. The margin here for Mohawk.
Yeager got by Fadden, drove right in. Great bounce pass, but it's all about the rotation. And the rotator in that point is Fadden. Comes by and gets the block from behind.
Steele down the lane, spins on Rona, no good. Sexton, no. Rebound, Nail. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. Here comes Mohawk the other way. Fadden has it taken away once again by Steele. Up ahead to Craig. Gets by Rona to lay it up and in.
They're not going to show up on the stat page, but each of the last 2 possessions, Dre Steele flies back defensively and gets a steal to prevent a Mohawk odd man rush. Unbelievable.
3:28 to go in the second round of the state tournament. Nail inside on Sexton. Hesitates, no. Sexton has done an excellent job just with the body altering those shots. Up ahead to Yeager from Steele. He lays it in.
Timeout Mohawk is Shamrocks now feeling it back up by double digits. 27 for Yeager with 3:13 remaining, 11-point Trinity advantage.
Yep, this is going to turn into the under 4 timeout. Actually, they're going to say it is the coach's timeout.
Yeah, no turning into a media timeout in the high school game, so still you will have the media timeout at the next break. While we have a moment, I want to give a big shout out again. Today's broadcast brought to you because of the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Visit them online at lccap.org. We're just one of the many programs that LCAP has to offer, helping empower Lawrence County and surrounding areas. 3:13 remaining. If you're just tuning in, coming off of the Newcastle game, it's been a fun one here. All Trinity leading 23-10 after one quarter. At one point led 28-12. Mohawk went on a 8-0 run immediately following, cut it down to an 11-point halftime deficit. Goes on another big run in the third quarter. They end up tying the game at 44 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. But after that, well, that's when the explosion came. A 9-0 run in return for the Shamrocks, and they have pulled away here in the waning minutes of the second half. Still time left, 3:13, but basically it's almost every possession needs to be a score for Coach O'Leary's squad. Coach Mike O'Leary saw his girls' teams at Mohawk make long runs through the state tournament. You'd love to see what that 2020 team could have done as well, coming off of a state runner-up. The season cut short in the quarterfinals. Mohawk boys team basically unknown since the 1970 state runner-up team. Really don't talk about them much. Only their 11th tournament game ever.
Now back to Rona with 3 minutes to go. Rona harassed by Smith. Defense by Trinity has been much, much tighter in this fourth quarter as Nail gets by, slips through everybody, and then Sexton recovers to knock that out of bounds, but they called a foul.
Yeah, it was clean up top. It was clean up top, Eric, but he got him with the body. Basically took his legs out is why that foul is going to get called.
So that's going to be the second foul on Trinity here in the quarter, and that's going to be the third on Sexton.
And now it should take us to our media timeout.
And it will with 2:50 to go. So we will step aside for a timeout as well. 11-point lead for Trinity, 59-48 with 2:50 to go here from Richland High School and the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
We're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medor, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Coming up after the game, we will announce our Mailey Chiropractic Play of the Game Award, as well as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Still 2:50 remaining. Mohawk trailing 59-48 here at lcsportsnet.com.
Free throws here for Nail, who just got fouled by Sexton. First one by Joey is good.
Only 3 players from Mohawk have scored tonight, and it is the big 3 of Fadden, Rona, and Nail, including a season high for Drew, 26.
Second one by Nail, gonna rim in.
That's been a big bright spot for Mohawk. They are perfect from the line tonight. Now full court pressure.
Got to get a stop here is O'Leary, and they're going to say that Steele stepped on the line. A lot of hand jostling between O'Leary and Steele, but it's going to be Mohawk possession.
And I was waiting for this. There's been a fan chirping behind the scorer's table the entire game, and one of the officials has had enough and is now having him being escorted out of the gymnasium. Because you're right, there was a lot of hand contact the entire way. Could have easily called that a foul as well, but they're saying before the foul occurred, Steele stepped on the end line, or on the sideline, excuse me.
59-50 with 2:44 to go. O'Leary to Rona back inside to Fadden. Fadden trying to turn on Yeager, does. Fadeaway is going to be too short. Partially altered that time by Yeager. And here comes Trinity the other way down the floor to Sexton, who's going to hit the deck. Had to go up to get it, and he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, kind of the same way while Sexton got the foul called against him at the other end. Basically, as he went up, it's not only on shots, but on any time a player goes vertical with the basketball, you have to be given the opportunity to land, and that was not given. He basically is the legs taken out of him by Pizzulo, picking up his first, team's third.
Into the backcourt it goes with Steele. 2:24 to go. 59-50 Trinity in front of Mohawk. Sexton on the far side. Sexton holds it up high. Not to get him, and now Yeager. Yeager goes by Pizzullo, drives down the lane. Layup is good by Yeager, who's having himself a heck of a night. 2 minutes to go. It's an 11-point lead for Trinity at 61-50.
29 points for Yeager, and I tell you, I can't believe the quickness of his first step. He just accelerates so quickly out of his stopped position to get into the lane.
Picked off by Steele. Steele trying to outrun Rona and will lay it up and in.
And that's going to be the dagger with 1:45 remaining. Now a 13-point Trinity lead. Mohawk from the depths came all the way back, but they're going to just run out of time, and Mohawk's going to take their final timeout with 1:40 remaining.
63-50. Trinity in front of Mohawk with 1:39 to go, and it looks like the Shamrocks are going to cruise back to the state quarters. Once again, their 100th PIAA playoff game, all under Larry Kostelak since 1986.
Well, and this is where, we've had this discussion, Eric, about, the way that the PIAA tournament is set up. It's all predetermined 2 years in advance. I mean, these are two teams that have been at the top of the state bracket or the state rankings in every aspect. Penn Live, Trib Live, out of Erie County, out of Philadelphia. These two teams have been in the top 5 just about the entire of the year. It's a shame that they end up having to meet in the second round. Like if you did a committee like the district tournaments do to seed them, could they possibly have met later? You're going to have to beat the best anyway, but just look at the teams that are remaining just on the western half of the bracket. I mean, Trinity with only 2 losses, Mohawk with only 2 losses, Bishop Guilfoyle, great team. They got 4 losses, I believe most against higher competition classification-wise. South Park, a 4-loss team. Eisenhower was defeated by a Seton LaSalle team. They only had 3 losses. It's going to be a juggernaut no matter what. It's unfortunate these two teams had to play when they did, but that's what happens when Mohawk, the top seed out of the WPIAL going into their district tournament, is upset early. They have to go through the consolation, the grueling process that is. A couple long road trips. It took a while to wake up in this one. They fought all the way back, but unfortunately, barring what would be a Mohawk miracle, they're going to come up just short.
Inside to Fadden. Fadden waits, and it's blocked from behind by Sexton, and we're going to get a foul. Mohawk's going to have to start fouling here to preserve time with 93 seconds to go.
Foul is against Fadden for his 3rd. Again, another well-designed inbounds play coming out of a timeout from Coach O'Lear. Fadden did the right thing, got the defender in the air, let him do a flyby, but you don't expect big Liam Sexton coming all the way across the lane to swat it hard off the backboard.
They get it into Yeager, who tipped it to himself. He's going to bring it out, make Mohawk chase. They get it to Steele. Steele dumps it to Smith at the foul line, out to Sexton. That's the guy that got a foul as he pitches it back across to Steele. Mohawk trying to play defense. Good touch pass to Craig from Smith, who lays it in.
Yeah, just playing keep away 4 corners, and Yeager had a chance at a contested shot early and gave it up.
There goes Fadden the other way. His shot off the mark, and Sexton lands awkwardly on the ball and rolled over it.
I think we got a technical foul called.
There is a tech.
Against Bobby Fadden. He must have said something after he went into the lane. Didn't see any action of any sort, so something must have been said that was heard by the officials. So at the other end, it will be Dre Steele to shoot a pair of free throws.
So for Fadden, that's his 4th. Also means Trinity will have possession here. Larry Kostelak telling his team to make sure they get it in the right hands of the right player here down the stretch. This is academic now, though, as Steele is going to hit the front end.
It'll be Forest Hills or Aliquippa, and you had a score update there, Eric?
Yeah, Forest Hills in front of Aliquippa at the half in that game. That was a game that was controlled by Aliquippa early, but it's 37-28 Forest Hills as Steele makes both. Briar Crawford is going to come into the game for Mohawk. So Mike O'Lear is going to empty the bench here and try to get some guys in. Talon Swanson is also going to come in as seniors. There's the curtain call for Drew Rona. Curtain call for Cam O'Lear.
Yeah, get your seniors on the court one last time together here.
Fans who made the trip down from Bessemer stand up to applaud their team. One hell of an era for Mohawk basketball as they put this program back on the map But it is going to come to an end here tonight as Yeager is fouled by Crawford.
And that will be the 15th foul, so Yeager already with 29, a chance to extend that total.
Got Fadden, who finishes third all-time in points scored in Lawrence County, and also going to finish his career with 197 three-pointers. Didn't quite get to 200, but what a phenomenal career by Bobby Fadden on the hardwood. See him coming up here in the spring season along with many of these guys on the baseball field for Mohawk. Fadden's still yet to make a decision on what he's going to do at the next level, too.
Of the ones that you're talking about with the 5 seniors on the floor, a lot of them will be going and joining Coach Mariano for the end of the season as well. As Joey Nail will get his curtain call. Peyton Weber checking in.
12 points for Nail, his final game in a Mohawk basketball uniform. Landon Argero is going to check in here at the next stop as Yeager's free throw attempt is no good. Swanson will run down the rebound. And we got under a minute to go, but Trinity is going to move on to the quarterfinals in the state of Pennsylvania once again as they lead it by 18. And a valiant effort by Mohawk, down 16 at one point, tied this thing up at 44 as Swanson couldn't get it to connect, and Yeager runs down the rebound. A couple of the other reserves coming in. Carter Ernst is also going to check in as Vinny Pizzullo will get the curtain call.
But I mean, this senior class, just what they've done in the process of turning this team and this program around. I mean, there were some really dire years for Mohawk boys basketball in the last couple of decades. Again, 1970 state runner-ups, a couple of great teams in the 70s there from the boys of Bessemer. But it's been tough sledding. Again, this is only the 11th state playoff game ever in Mohawk history. As Vinny Pizzullo will get his curtain call.
Compared to 100 for Trinity, I mean, that is just a ridiculous amount of games, extra practices, and as Michael Lair told us before the game tonight, this was the 68th practice that they had coming into this game. That is a long season, but it is going to be the gold standard in District 3, the Trinity Shamrocks, who are going to head back to the state quarters as Marcus Yeager makes the second. Larry Kostelak will have him check out as Dax Shimrack, and also, I apologize, I don't have a 10 on my roster.
Maddox Flew.
.31 tonight for Marcus Yeager. 31 seconds to go, 19-point lead for Trinity. Salute to Bobby Fadden, a salute to Joey Nail, a salute to Vinny Pizzullo, the other seniors on this team, as they try to work it inside, and it's going to be out of bounds back to Trinity with 16 seconds to go. And the Shamrocks are going to keep on dancing to the state quarters coming up on Saturday.
The score not indicative of how this game was, Eric. Back and forth in the middle quarters especially. Mohawk tied it at 44, but it was all Shamrocks the rest of the way.
Adam Quinkstale passed up the three with 2 seconds left. He'll chuck it at the buzzer, and that one hits the side of the rim, and Trinity cruises tonight, outscoring Mohawk 20-6 in the fourth quarter to win this going away 69-50 and claim their spot in the PIAA quarterfinals coming up on Saturday afternoon at a site and time to be determined against either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. For Mohawk, the season ends 24-3 overall, as a great season by Mike O'Leary. He's going to have to rebuild a little bit next year, but he does have a couple of pieces that'll return in specifically Drew Rona. He'll be back, but it's going to be a young Mohawk team. Cam O'Leary also returning next year. Braden Radzaminski also will be back along with Briar Crawford, but it's going to be a rebuild, and it is the conclusion of an epic career by Bobby Fadden and this bunch of Mohawk Warriors. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, our post-game show, we'll give out our final awards for the season as Larry Kostelak and Bobby Fadden exchange handshakes on the line on the way out here. And we'll wrap it up here from Richland High School coming up next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our February LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington Girls Basketball as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their first ever District 10 championship in school history. Congratulations to Coach Mike Jekovich and the Wilmington Girls Basketball team, our LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Maggie Alfera as the February Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month after winning the WPIAL Wrestling Championship in the 136-pound division. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Laurel Wrestling's Colton Carlson as the February Male Athlete of the Month for getting his 100th career victory on the mat and finishing second in the WPIAL Championships at 215 pounds. Congratulations and best of luck at States to Laurel Wrestling's Maggie Alfera and Colton Carlson, the February Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school. What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab.
Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary.
From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Are you looking for the best in high school sports coverage? Look no further than Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live High School Sports Network has all the excitement of high school sports with game stories, player features, photos, scores, stats, and so much more.
Including live game broadcasts and studio shows featuring local broadcasters who bring you great analysis.
And the best part? It's all free.
Trib Live High School Sports Network. No signups, no fees, just sports. Find them online at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Back here at Richland High School, Eric Thomas and James Dotson with you as Trinity wins it tonight by a final of 69-50. And they will go on to the state quarterfinals on Saturday at a site and time to be determined against either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. Forest Hills with the lead in that game going to midway through the third quarter. This game was a 16-point Trinity lead. Mohawk battles all the way back and ties it at 44 late in the third quarter. And from that point on, a 25-6 run by the Shamrocks to slam the door on this game to win it by 19. A couple of other numbers for you here in our recap. Bobby Fadden will finish his career with 2,262 career points. And that is a remarkable feat by Fadden. Double figures in every game this season for the Warriors as he finishes tonight with 12 points. Only 3 players scored for Mohawk tonight. Fadden with 12, Rona with 26, a season high for him, and Joey Nail finished with 12 points. Vinny Pizzullo, Cam Allaire, Braden Radzaminski all saw quality minutes tonight, but none of them were able to crack the scoreboard. Mohawk did shoot 50% tonight, 20 of 40 overall, but they failed to come up with the buckets in the fourth quarter as they finished just 3 of 10 in the quarter, but they did shoot 20 of 40 for the night. For Trinity tonight, they were led by Marcus Yeager with 31, 19 for Dre Steele, who was fantastic defensively, especially in the fourth quarter, 16 for Nike Craig, and 3 for Liam Sexton. Shamrocks tonight, 7 of 12 in the fourth quarter. How about 63% from the floor tonight? 28 of 44 shooting for a pretty good shooting team on the whole anyway. They shoot 49% for the season, but they do better than that tonight. 63% for the Shamrocks, who upped their record tonight to 24-2. Hard to believe that many people thought this team would not be as good as last year's team. Better record. They're going back to the state quarterfinals. Everybody said when they lost their best player, Owen Schlager, to Siena, they were going to have a hard time replacing him, and all they did was come back with a better record this year. That was an impressive performance by the Shamrocks in the late third quarter. Really that stretch where Steele came up with the turnover and then coasted in at the end of the third quarter kind of set the tempo the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind of similar, like you just said, about, you know, how is this team doing better this year than they were a year ago when you lose one of the best players that's come through your program. And you can say the same thing when you look at the Wilmington girls team right now. You lose your program's all-time leading scorer in Leah Crayrup. The team has gotten used to winning. The players have been playing together, and then you have, you know, a team mentality that puts it together, and you got a group of seniors that's able to do very special things for them here this year, and that's why they're in the quarterfinals. You can say the same thing here looking at Mohawk. You're going to graduate this year. You know, the best player that's ever come through Mohawk and put on a Mohawk jersey, probably in any sport, and, you know, obviously 2,262 points speaks for itself, but, you know, you've built the culture, and it began 3 and 4 years ago when you had, you know, cousin J Michael Rona starting things, and that whole crew, you know, with the Hopper brothers and all that, working their way and, you know, getting this team into games that you've really not seen, definitely not in all these kids' lifetimes, playing in meaningful games late into March on the hardwood. And you're normally seeing them out there on the baseball diamond by that point. So the fact of the matter being that they've continued this progress. Yes, you lose the program's all-time leading scorer, but again, you have a good chunk of players, 3 who were consistent starters throughout the entire year, a couple of young guys coming up who get some time here and there as freshmen and sophomores. They're going to have to step up and be the next man up mentality, and there's nothing to say that Mohawk can't make another potential run next year with the current juniors going to be senior class as well. That's got to be the mentality you have of like, hey, it's our turn now. We can't rely on a Bobby Fadden. Let's go and get things done. But congratulations to this entire senior class. You know, again, thanks for the ride, because it's been really fun to watch these guys over the last 4 years.
Yeah, certainly these guys will get back at it. Michael Ayers talks so much about how the core of this team has wanted badly to win a WPIAL title. They'll have a shot at baseball. Obviously, you know, they got to go through a couple of pretty good teams in their section and also across the 3A landscape. But this Mohawk team will have a shot to make some noise come the district baseball playoffs in the WPIAL with the core of this group. They got to get a trophy or a banner. I mean, to go through their careers on the football field, in some cases Fadden, basketball, baseball, not have a banner to hang is just insane, that all the effort and records that he has set, that it may not even yield a banner for this team. So they're going to have to try to go get it in baseball season. It's as simple as that. A couple other notes here tonight. Forest Hills does lead Aliquippa 51-49 after 3. And Newcastle, big winner tonight over Methacton, 65-61. So they are into the quarterfinal round. And we got to wait and see who they're going to play tonight, because that game tipped off early tonight. It might be Central Dauphin on Saturday, which would be a really entertaining game. That's a fast, up and down Central Dauphin Rams basketball team. So we'll see if, and that game is taking place between Souderton and Central Dauphin. That game is about to tip off at Hamburg High School. So a late start there. So Newcastle will probably know who they face when they get home at some point tonight. But the Canes go to the quarters, and they're going to have a stiff test either way on Saturday, if it's Souderton or Central Dauphin. But the story here tonight was Mohawk and they are done. And it's 69-50, and Trinity wins it. They go back to the quarterfinals. Impressive performance by the Shamrocks.
Yeah, very impressive. Again, 63, actually rounds up to 64% for those keeping tabs at home to put that away. And again, when Mohawk, who trailed by 16 midway through the second quarter, you fight all the way back. A lot of energy spent to be able to get there, and you get back into the game tied at 44, but then Trinity puts the knockout punch. I mean, they're the D3 champions for a reason, and they finished the game after that moment when it was tied at 44. The rest of the way, you're talking about a 25-6 run, and that's what championship teams, experienced playoff teams, are able to do, and they just exploited any weakness that they could find in that Mohawk defense. 24-3 is the record that Mohawk finishes with on the year. One of, if not the best records in Mohawk basketball program history, without much question. Unfortunately, as you said, no banner, no trophy or medals to be taken home from this team. But it's been a fun ride. The crowd from Bessemer, no surprise, they all make the trip about 2 hours down here to Johnstown area. And hey, now it's on the baseball season, and I'll almost guarantee, I'm sure if Coach Marino's not here, I'm sure he's listening right now. He's going to tell all those boys, you're taking time, you're going to stay away from a couple of days. He's going to literally have to tell them to stay away from a couple of days because you're going to have basically the entirety of the starting five wanting to get out there onto the baseball diamond ASAP because they still feel there is unfinished business, and we're going to have fun watching that come the springtime as well. But unfortunately, a 69-50 final going in favor of Trinity, and again, they will move on to the quarterfinals to take on either the Quips or Forest Hills in the Elite Eight.
Let's pick a player of the game and a play of the game here tonight for for this one as Bobby Fadden's career comes to a close. I think the MVP of this game, is a given, Drew Rona.
Absolutely.
Seems like a pretty good one.
A season high for him, 26 points on the night for Drew Rona. Absolutely will be your MVP insurance, MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win. Congratulations to Drew on a fantastic night. And that's what's been great about this team all year long is, as you mentioned, the number of games that Bobby had that were single digits was just one out of 27 games on the year. But part of that is because, and I'm sure that game, he had a lot of games where he had, like tonight, 10, 11, 12, because Drew was the one having the hot hand. You're not forcing shots, and how impressive is that? Fadden almost as a decoy. Your all-time program leading scorer was a decoy for a little bit in the middle quarters when you had the hot shooting Drew Rona. So, again, shows big things there. So we're going to give Drew Rona as the play of the game, or excuse me, as the MVP of the game. Play of the game, we didn't really talk about this, Eric. The N1s were impressed for both teams all night. Joey Nail had a pair of them. I think we go Joey Nail with a couple of those N1s as your Maley Chiropractic play of the game here tonight. So Joey Nail, your Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. And I would say it was an and one that tied it up at 44. But again, the Shamrocks just a little bit too much down the stretch. A lot of it too much down the stretch to win it tonight, 69-50.
Yep, Trinity wins it. They go to the quarterfinals. They'll take on either Forest Hills or Aliquippa. Again, that's a 2-point game led by Forest Hills right now. So we'll see who wins that one. But Saturday we will have the Newcastle boys in the state quarters against either Central Dauphin or Souderton. Friday night we have a doubleheader. It'll be the Wilmington girls in action against, they play, remind me who they play again.
Wilmington plays McCourt.
Bishop McCourt, and then Neshannock will take on Kennedy Catholic as the state quarters get underway on Friday night. We'll have both of them for you. And please, if you can, chip in to help out with the video coverage of those games. If we can get that, please contact James via social media, via the LC SportsNet website.
Yeah, big shout out real quick, Eric, because both Wilmington and the Neshannock games, we have gotten the sponsors to be able to get those for a free-to-watch video broadcast. We're just awaiting on approval from the PIAA to be able to make that happen. So huge thanks to all of our great sponsors out there to help make that one happen. We need your help if you're listening. Newcastle fans want to be able to catch that game on Saturday, hoping to do the same thing for that one. So please help us out because the rights fees are as astronomical. Put it this way, the amount of dollars that it takes to put that Newcastle game on Saturday it's less, but not by much, than the number of career points that Bobby Fadden has in his career. So we'll let you do the math on that one. So please reach out to us. We'd love to be able to get that game on the air, but we need a lot of help to be able to make that happen. That game, again, site and time to be determined on Saturday.
All right, you've been listening to the PIAA Boys AAA second-round matchup. Final score for the final time here from Richland High School. It was Trinity 69, Mohawk 50. The Warriors season comes to an end at 24-3 overall. For my partner James Dotson, from all of us here at the Lawrence County Sports Network, we'll talk to you Friday night for the girls' quarterfinals. Wilmington and Neshannock both in action, and we'll have them for you on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.